Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Agripreneur Guide. Here I have conversations around agribusinesses, you know, I have conversations around agribusinesses, farming, and then, how you can make money from the industry. So I kind of guide you with my experience on what I've been through, how I have been able to navigate the industry in the last 10 years. So I share from my word of knowledge. So today, before we go, I'll be teaching today on where is money. There's money in agribusiness. We will be talking about money in agribusiness. Money in agribusiness wants to make big money in agribusiness. So today I want to talk about where is money in agribusiness. Where is the money in the sector? Where is it? Where's money in agribusiness? A lot of people keep calling me. A lot of people keeps entering to my DM and asking me, "Hey, Kenneth, I want to make money in agribusiness. Well, I want to make money in agribusiness. How do I make money in agribusiness? I want to go into agribusiness. I want to invest in agribusiness." So today, I want to democratize I want to deconstruct where the money is in agribusiness. So it's not left for you to take the decision of coming to the sector and which aspect of it will you come into, you know. But however, before we go, we are starting by 7 o'clock. So in 2 minutes time, I'll kick off the session. But before we start, I want to appeal with you guys. Wherever you're watching me from YouTube, you're watching me from Facebook, you're watching me from LinkedIn. I want to share this link. Share it to your family members. Share it so that your friend that I'll be talking about going to agri businesses. Share the link to them. I want you to hit the share button today and share it to as many people as you can. We post it. Just share it to your WhatsApp group. Share it to your friends and loved ones. So we can get a lot of people in, and we can they can also hear and see how they can invest in the agribusiness. So anybody who has been talking of going to agribusinesses, anybody that's talking of going to farming, this is the best time to share this into them and let them get into the room. So exactly in 2 minutes time, I will I'll be dishing out informations for us. So guys, I want you guys to share this as much as you can. Share it to your people, share it with your loved ones. Let's get more people in. I'll also be taking questions. Um, so whatever questions you have, share it to them. Whatever questions you have, wait till the end. I'm going to be taking questions. And as I keep going on, at some point, I'm also going to, that will not be today. I'm also going to be inviting some of my friends who have been into the agri businesses, doing an amazing job to come share their own worth of knowledge and how they also be, making money in the sector. But for today, I'll be sharing some practical ways for you to make money in the sector. All right. So wherever you're watching me from, once again, I want to appeal to you. Share this link with your loved ones. Share it with your friends. Share it on your WhatsApp group. Share it as much as you can. Let's get more people into the room. I'm going to be sharing some valuable information on how you can make money from the agri business. And this information you can't get it from anywhere, but I'm going to be sharing. I'm going to be explaining some basic things to you. All right, guys. So share. So in less than 1 minute, we'll be going off. We'll be starting right in less than 1 minute. So as much as we can, let's share. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm back. All right. So we are going live, and if you've not shared once again, I want to tell you guys. I want us to share as much as we can. Let's invite more people into the room. So yes, today I want to teach on what I titled "Where is money in agribusiness?" Where is money in agribusiness? Where is the money in agribusiness? Right. So a lot of people wants to go into agribusinesses. A lot of people wants to invest in agribusinesses, but some people have bumped their hand because they don't have adequate knowledge. Because yesterday, remember last week I talked about gathering knowledge, gathering information before you enter into the sector. So some people have burned their hand in the past because they don't have adequate knowledge, right? So because some people they've burned their hands, they've decided not to go into it again. Some people have also started putting the message that there's no money in agribusiness like the way we thought. There's money in agribusiness actually, but somehow you were not informed. You lack the basic knowledge. So because of that, you burnt your hand. So today I'll be helping you on some of the ways to come into the sector, on what to do to make money in the sector, right? So let's go. I was also like some of you too, who wanted to go into agribusiness some years back. I began to hear conversations from the then former Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Ayo Akiwemi Adesina, the current president of Africa Development Bank, will give us big numbers, 15 billion trillion, Yes, and that's true. We have figures like 2020, 2050, we're going to be having 9 billion people in the world. Who is going to feed them? And then some of us cluelessly jump into the industry because we want to feed people. But yes, there's money in the sector. So in the past, I've also burnt my hand like some other person, but I persistent. I didn't give up. I didn't quit. Trying to understand the industry. So I've made a lot of mistakes in the industry. Honestly speaking, I've made a lot of mistakes in the industry. So I don't want Smurfy to make the same mistakes I made when I came to the industry. So that's why I decided to share from my own wealth of knowledge to people on how they can also come into the industry and not get their hand burnt and make money. And then I've also heard a lot of people in the diaspora who are living outside the country, are living outside Nigeria, because I know a large number of my audience are Nigeria. They want to invest back home, and they're like, first they think about is let's invest in agribusiness, and a lot of them have come to me. So in the past too, while I burnt my hand, I moved on and I started running a consulting firm. I run a consulting firm for almost 4 or 5 years in Nigeria, and I'm still running my consulting firm where we help people manage their farm. We set up for them, manage the farm for them, and off take for them. So they tend to take the burden. So that's to tell you, in a nutshell, I've gathered a lot of information, a lot of experience from the industry. I burnt my hand, and I don't want you to burn your hand, and that's why I'm here to teach you on how you can also invest in the business, right? So the first thing I did, like I said last week, was catfish. She left me. I came into catfish. I wanted to become a billionaire. I heard somewhere that if you want to become an overnight billionaire, put money into agribusiness. So we put money into catfish. And then I carelessly put in money into catfish. I didn't understand it. But let's not forget it. Let's not get it twisted. Is there money in the sector? Yes. There are three sectors where there's money you can make money from in anywhere you are in the world. Three sectors, three places you can make money from in anywhere you are, because these three sector will never go extinct. What are the three sectors? Number one is the RC. So those guys in real estate, they will never go out of fashion. People must always look for shelter. What according to the economist, where to stay. People need a house. So I think real estate will never go into extinction. And of course, you can see it's evidence across the globe, no matter where you are in the world. In the USA, in the Canada, in UK, in Germany, in Nigeria, in anywhere you are, people need where to sleep. So it's one sector that will never go extinct. Then the next sector again is fashion. Fashion. What people need what to wear. A lot of people are cashing out of fashion. People need what to wear. People want to put on clothes, and people forever put on clothes. So that sector will never go extinct as well. And then the last one, and which is very important, is what to eat. People must eat. Even if you don't, even if the madman in the street, he still look for something to wear. Sorry, still look for something to eat, even though he's naked. So that's to say, even if you are naked, for you to survive, you must eat. So food is important. So there's money in agriculture, honestly speaking, because food on its own is important, right? Food is important. Food is important. It can't go into extinct. One of the things that inspired me so many years ago was Bishop David Oyedepo. He gave a speech. I can't recall that speech, but for almost 2-3 years of my life, I kept that. He gave a speech in Landmark University. The goal for Landmark University was to raise agriculturists, was to raise farmers, professional agriculturists. So that's the aim of Landmark University. And same thing for, I think, Covenant University. Their aim is engineering, and which they've successfully done. So Bishop Oyedepo gave a speech in Landmark, and that speech stick with me. And he said, people must always eat. There will never be a time that there will never be a time that there will be drugs that can substitute for food. There will never be. It will never happen. That there's not one drugs you just go to chemist or you go to pharmacy and you buy the drugs. As you take the drugs, you won't be hungry again for the next 24 hours, or you won't be hungry again for the next 1 week. It's not going to be possible. So people will definitely eat. And when you look at the figures that is being caught in the marketplace, it's billions and trillions of naira, if not dollars, that is being spent into food every day across the globe. So there's money in it. So the question is, where do you position? How do you make the money? There's money in it. Honestly speaking, let me also take you through on that analogy. If you are listening to me right now, I think in this session I need to be close with calculator, because every time I want to call figures. Now, if you are listening for me, wherever part of me are listening from, you are listening to me now. Let's take for example, let's not use Lagos. Now Lagos is too big. I'm from Benin City, so let me use Benin City. Let's take for example, we have what number should I take? I don't want to call 200,000 people in Benin. I don't know the figures, the numbers of people. Oh my. I really wish to get calculator or get a phone or something to do these figures. Let me know the numbers of people who are in Nigeria, in Benin City particularly, right? I would love to know the people who are in Benin City, the numbers of people we are having in Benin City. But let me just give it. I don't know right now, but let me give a random figure. Let's assume we have 20,000 people in Benin City, which I know is not correct, but let's just stick with 20,000. All right, 20,000 people in Benin City. In a day, these 20,000 people in Benin City, let's take every average person in Benin City must eat. Should they use biscuits? I think there's not even 5 naira biscuit again right now. I'm trying to. Okay, average person in Benin City use paste. Every morning you must brush your teeth, so you must use paste. And I guess you understand that the paste you are using is from agriculture. I hope you understand that part. Actually, there's no industry that doesn't have agriculture in it. Honestly speaking, don't worry, I'll show you some of those things. I'm just taking bit by bit right now. Let's say we have 20,000 people in Benin City, which I know is not correct. So 20,000 people in Benin City, averagely, let's say all of them does not brush teeth, but at least you are good, more than average brush their teeth. So let's say 10,000 to 15,000 of them brush their teeth. I know the figure is not correct, so I'm just taking 20,000 people in Edo State, not Benin City, in Edo State. Averagely 15,000, if not all of them. If you can't agree that all of them brush their teeth, let's say 15,000 brush their teeth. And 15,000 of them, how much is a paste now? I don't know. So, but let's put that 300 naira. I don't know. But for us to be safe, let's use 300 naira as a pay. I know it's more than that, but let's use 300 naira. So can you do 300 times 15,000 people? 300 times 15,000 people. If you can press your calculator, you will see the figure. 300 times 15,000 people. That is money leaving people's hand every morning, or every at least in a month. That is money leaving people's money hand. In that 20,000 people, let's argue, arguably, all of them will not be chewing gum every day. But let's say, arguably, 5,000 of them are chewing gum. Arguably, 5,000 of them are chewing gum. So, can you times 5,000 times? Of course, you can't even switch from gum of 5 naira right now. But let's even use 5 naira. So, 5,000 times 5 naira. Can you see the figures? If you are pressing your calculator right now with me, it's so painful I don't have any calculator with me. And I don't know if anybody can press calculator and just put the figure in the comment section wherever you're listening from. You know, it would be great if I can see people pressing calculators and dropping the figures for me. But let's say arguably 5,000 people press in the 20,000 people in Nigeria, arguably 5,000 of them press chew gum in a day. 5,000 arguably. If you times 5,000 times 5,000, do you know how much is that? That's over 5 million a day. If you say, okay, let's say it's not even up to 5,000, even if it is 2,000 of them, that's over 2 million, if not more than 2 billion in a day. So you see that there's money in agriculture because whatever they use in producing that agriculture. I think in my school back then in school, there's a description that also inspired me to go into agriculture. That it says industry will not thrive, industry will remain stagnant if there's no agriculture. And then, right, industry will not thrive without agriculture, or industry will remain stagnant without agriculture. And that's true. Every industry have one thing about agriculture that they are using to produce. So I'll give an example. I've been in the industry and I've been able to do some stuff in the industry. So I'll give an example of my cassava. There was a time, one of the decent things about agriculture is don't do everything. First principle you should learn today is don't do everything. Pick an aspect. Make that aspect. So there was a time I picked cassava and I make cassava industry. I make the industry. So what did I do with cassava? So of course, it was a conference. Honestly, let me give it back to the owner. It was in a conference I attended. And I like think about picking one aspect and go look through the value chain. So for example, so for me, I took cassava that night. I took cassava. I took tomatoes. I took cassava, tomatoes. I took vegetables. So I've been into this. If you follow me for long, you've seen me do. I've been into these three things I've got: vegetables and fruits. I pick them and I pick cassava. But let me stick with cassava first. In cassava alone, there's over 22 valuations of it. In cassava alone, over 22 over 22 valuations. So when I mean 22 valuations, I mean you can convert cassava to over 22 things, from fufu to gari to amala. So I'm sticking in the food. I'm sticking in the food. So there's too many things. So, but I'm talking about industry right now. So it was then I realized that there's stash. Some of you don't know that some of those things you use in doing your gum, all those gum, is cassava. It's cassava stash they process from that they are using to do your gum. Those gum, all those industrial gum you are using. Some of you don't know that it's cassava stash. The cassava stash, go it. There's a lot of industry, a lot of I think cosmetics. I can't recall now, but there's a lot of industry that needs cassava stash. So in my research, I discovered that, and then the first thing I went to do first was that I wanted to go into cassava and have my own cassava stash processing factory, but the money was a bit big, and then of course I was able to raise some funds, but we didn't put through on that project. So instead of starting my own, I started selling to cassava, and there's so many places you can sell to. There are pastry international in Ibadan that process cassava into cassava starch and sell to industrial purposes. I'm not saying cassava starch or starch that you are eating. No, I'm saying cassava starch for industrial purposes. Right? And then there's another company, I can't recall the name of the company now, is in Abeokuta. We're selling cassava to them for ethanol. They'll convert the cassava to ethanol. Yes, there's a special cassava that they use. They'll test it. They'll test the numbers of the moisture content of the starch before they buy from you and understand those things. And they convert the cassava to ethanol. Ethanol. That's more like alcohol. For what? The ethanol is for what? For industrial purposes. It's in Abeokuta in Nigeria. So you see, what am I trying to show you this evening is that there is money in agribusiness. There is money in the sector. But the problem is that you've not been able to position yourself properly to make this money. There's money in agribusiness. but you've not been able to position yourself properly to make this money, to maximize the money. Money is flying every day in Nigeria. The money is flying every day. I'm using Nigeria as an example because I know that there are some persons listening to me from different places, from on LinkedIn platform and on YouTube, and but I think let me stick with Nigeria as a case study. There is money moving on from people's hand, but you've not been able to position yourself to make the money. So the question is, how do you position yourself? How do you position yourself to make this money in the agricultural sector? How do you position yourself? Right? How do you position yourself to make money? So wherever you're watching me from, I need to get your book and your bio and start writing. Number one, processing. Nobody told me. Processing. There's money in processing. Don't jump into agriculture anyhow. Those guys who are processing, they are making more money than the farmer. Nobody told me that. So how did I know? I went to catfish. I didn't know that I needed to feed them properly. I didn't know. But when I could not feed them properly, I started running at loss. So I said, okay, since I'm running at loss, because in catfish you sell based on kg, so it was up to 1 kg. So I started selling at loss. People 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 make 1 kg. Woo! Loss is already counting. But what happened was I decided to say, okay, stop, I won't sell again. Let me process. So I smoke on my I dried on my catfish, smoke them with oven, package them neatly, and I start selling. I gave it a very nice name. You can check it. Crystal Basto dry catfish. I gave it a very nice name. Basto dry catfish. And we started selling. That's how I was able to recover some money. I sold to some supermarkets in Warri, in Benin City, in Asaba, and some very few places in Lagos. And then I was like, wow, there's money in processing. Well, I was not still that sure yet. I was not still that sure. So I was into cassava, like I told you. So I have my cassava. So when I was going to sell my first cassava, I called this market to come and buy my cassava. True story. When I came to farm, those women they will load the cassava stem, load the stem. I said, okay, let's use bag of rice. They will press the bag of rice everywhere, no space in the bag of rice. And I say, full bag of rice. Sorry, I say bag of rice. Bag of beans. Bag of beans is bigger than bag of rice. They will press everywhere. Shook all the stem inside. Ensure the thing enter. Get properly. No space inside the bag again. And I say 5,000 for bag. I said, okay, I won't sell with bag of beans again. I want to sell with basin. Basin. I say, okay, is it basin you have to use? Whatever you want to use, bring it. We use basin. All these women will shook everywhere. Press the cassava stem. Ensure no space inside the basin again. Say they want to see offer how much? 5,000. I say, God forbid. Have you considered the cost of labor, the cost of clearing the farm, maintaining the farm? Because if you don't maintain your farm, will you take over and you will lose everything? Farm, you need to maintain your farm consistently. Have you considered the numbers of times we have to hire laborers to maintain the farm? Have you considered the numbers of times we have to spray chemical? We have to weed. We have to, a lot of things have gone in, and you're not pricing 5,000. How many bag will I sell to recover the money I've put in? And I said, no, I won't sell again. I want to go into processing. So I was like, what do I process? I don't want to process into Gary. Gary was a common. So I want to do something a bit very unique. And then I processed my own cassava into cassava fufu. I called it odorless fufu, well packaged, and I named it Basto odorless fufu. So it was fufu, but does not have odor, because some of the reasons why people don't want to eat fufu is because it has odor. And so I packaged my own properly, and I named it nicely, and I started selling it. Basto fufu, Basto odorless fufu. And the beauty about it, when you add value to your produce, you can raise money through different means, through grants, through banks. So I remember bank reaching out to me, Zenith Bank reached out to me. Banks reach out. So a lot of people want to invest in it, because a lot of people know that there's no money. Bankers, investors, they know that there's no money in farming. That farming is, you put your hands in farming, So the real money is in processing. So number one thing you want to learn here today is, where is money is. Number one, money is in processing. The guys who are in processing are making more money than the real farmers. The real farmers, they don't really make much. So when I realized that, I decided to go into what? I decided to go into I decided to go into processing. I decided to process, make money from processing. And I did. I make a lot of money from processing. I won't lie to you. But don't worry, stay with me. Some people could say, processing is a bit expensive. I need to get this equipment. I need to get this. I need to get now that number. Don't worry. You can start little by little in your little corner, in your little room, in your kitchen, and just start processing little by little. Before you know, before you know, you'll be everywhere. Just take that baby step first. Look for a product that in your community, wherever you are. And those of you in diaspora that are always looking for, I want to invest in business, I want to invest in business. You can even start. And let me tell you, you don't need to even start in Nigeria. I honestly tell those guys in diaspora, I've dealt with them and I've seen it all. I advise you, if you don't do business that in Ascension, it's too risky to do business in Ascension. I still get a lot of calls from people in diaspora, in the USA, in the UK, in the Canada. I want to go into business. I want to go into agriculture. Where are you? You are in Canada. You're in, you're in the UK. You want to go into business. Who will not be managing the farm for you? Who will be watching the farm for you? So why not you look for how to process some of all these things in your own locality? I was speaking to diaspora a lot tonight. So if you know anybody in diaspora that is interested in agribusiness, share this link to them, let them join me, because I'll be speaking to them tonight, because I get a lot of calls from them a lot. I get a lot of calls from them a lot. So what's stopping you from processing yam into yam flour and be selling your locality there? What's stopping you? What's stopping you for taking the step and ask questions like, what do I need to do to register my own business in the UK or in the USA or in wherever you are? What's stopping you from starting processing? Do you know how many numbers of Nigerians are in the UK that you can process fufu, that you can process yam to yam flour and be selling to them? Do you know how many Nigerians are in UK? Or how many Nigerians are in the US that you can sell to them? That one alone is a market for you that you can sell and be selling to them. You know how many Nigerians want to eat pounded yam, but they don't have access to yam flour. I mean, true story. When I think it was UK, they were saying the university was saying they needed me to come and help them do yam flour, but I was busy. I don't have time for that one again at the moment. I did not venture into it. There is money in processing. So wherever you are, you can go into processing. There are baby steps of going to basic equipment you can get and start processing and package it, like give it a very good name and start selling in your locality there and start selling to the Nigerians, to the people in your locality. And right now, our Nigerian food, our African food are going global already. I can't recall there's one of these tech big guys recently ate one of our Nigeria swallow in restaurants in US. I can't recall the name. It was last week I heard the news. I think, is this a footballer? Can't recall now. Our food are already going global. We are now considering some of our food to be a global food. So you can go into some of all these things. Processing. You don't need more to start. You can start with baby step. I have a friend of mine in Lagos who is selling plantain flour, and she's making it big. She started little. Although the time will not permit me, I'll bring them in different episodes to come and talk with us and share their own experience. Plantain flour in Lagos, and she's exporting. I'll talk about export. That's number two. Another way to make money is export. What's stopping you from exporting that product? So now I've gotten some samples. A lot of people. So these are some. Now see this one. Packaging. What's stopping you from even plantain chips? What's stopping you from packing for packing your plantain chips like this? I have a friend of mine who was doing plantain chips. So package it like this. If you package your plantain chips like this, why can't you export it if it's well packaged like this? Why can't you export it if it's well packaged like this? What's stopping you from not being able to export something like this? The white guys, everybody in the diaspora, they don't have time. They want to eat something on the go as they are going. Just open and be eating, just be going as they are on the go. So what is stopping you from even doing plantain chips? Now we're not even talking of plantain flour. What is stopping you from packing for processing plantain chips? Package it neatly like this. Give it a nice name and export it. So number two, industry. Or number two place where money is in export. And you now say, to export is not easy. Don't worry. I'm going to bring an expert to this show to come talk with us on export. We're going to ask him questions around export. How do we export produce to USA? How do we export produce to to UK? How do we export produce to different countries? Don't worry. I have them. I'm going to in this program. I'm going to open my network. Bring those guys and let's talk about how do we export produce. How do we export produce? What's stopping you from going to export? And in export, you know that you can even buy from people who are already doing, and all you need to do is just to package it. You package it and you start selling, and start making dollars or pounds or euro, depending on where you are exporting it to. I know that Nigeria, they say Nigeria economy is hard right now. There's no money, but you know that if you make money in pounds right now, you are living large already because by the time you are not converting it, right? So number two place where money is in agriculture is export. There's massive money in export. What's stopping you? Especially those of you in the diaspora, what's stopping you from exporting your produce from Nigeria to UK to Canada and repackage this process these things? I understand. See, I'm not telling you what I have not tried or what I've not done before. I'm telling you stuff I've done, I've practiced them. I've practiced them. So I'm not telling you story of something I've not done or something I don't have experience in. No, I'm telling you stuff I've done and I have experience in it. So you see, I'm not going to tell you. I'm teaching you from my head because these are part of it's things I've been doing for years. Right? These are stuff we've done for years. So I'm teaching you from experience. What is stopping you from exporting your product? What is stopping you? Well, yet we keep complaining there's no money in agribusiness. No, it's not agribusiness because you need to understand that there's a difference between agribusiness and farming. What most of us are considering going to is not agribusinesses. Most of us are considering going to farming, and there's no money in farming. You want to do farming like our forefathers did. And guess what? Our forefathers that you are looking at, how many of them were really wealthy? That's why a lot of people are no longer interested in agribusiness. There's a difference between agribusiness and farming. There's a big difference. So agribusiness is when you bring in the business mindset to the agriculture. When you bring the business mindset, when you bring business and put into farming, it's not longer called farming, it's not called agribusiness. That's why we call it agribusiness. And that's why I told you my teaching today as where is money in agribusiness? Where is money in agribusiness? Where is the money? Where is money in agribusiness? Where is the money? So number one, I said money is in processing. Number two, money is in, you can call it value addition. Money is in value additions. So pick a cup, make the value additions, pick one aspect of it that you want to add the value you want to add to it and start making it. Start making it. Then number two, I've talked about export. Think of exporting that produce. 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 Add value to it. Money is in value additions or processing, whichever you want to call it. And money is in your export. Export that produce, you've added value to. Package is a very nice packaging. And let me tell you, people don't know that some of these packaging, you can get them from Amazon. You can get them from Amazon. You can get them from AliExpress. I know people who are processing in Nigeria. All they are doing is they get their line up. You can go to Alibaba, AliExpress and check it tonight. You will see them there. So you can actually export some of these produce or even get them in your country where you are. And all you just need to do is you can get plantain if you're in UK, for example. You can get plantain in the UK. Add value to that plantain. Just turn it to plantain chips and package it and start selling. I mean, you can start from where you are. That's what I'm saying. You can start from where you are. You don't need big money. You don't need to break the bank to start. No, you don't need to break the bank to start. You can start from where you are. Take the baby step first to start. Start from what you have and where you are. Where you are and what you have is enough for you to start. Just start. Right? Just start. So I've touched on agribusiness. I've touched on value additions as if avenue where there's money. I've not answered where there's money. I've touched on exports where there's money. But now, let me tell you on that aspect again where there is money in agribusiness. Are you guys getting value? On that aspect where there is money again in agribusiness, isn't how do I push? Because this one people used to those days when I used to market myself in Facebook that I'm selling, some business I was doing. People will start entering my DM and saying, "You people are wicked. Though you are not supposed to be. You be doing it." Oh." Let me tell you, I call this one. How do I? What title do I give this one now? Give me a second. Um, is why I call this one, but I call this one. It's more like it's buying and selling actually. But what I do is, people have judged me, but this is what I do. I call it this storage. Will I call it now? Um, there are a lot of companies who are also doing it in a very lucrative and packaged way. I'll tell you, FS is one of them. Commodity trade. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Commodity trade. What is stopping you from going to commodity trade? People have, because of the way I used to present myself on Facebook, people will judge me, but don't worry, I'll take you through how to go into commodity trade and make money out of it. For one, first of all, for commodity trade, pick an aspect. What do you want to trade? What agri commodity do you want to trade? So I'll tell you the one me I've traded first. I'll tell you the one me I've traded. What agri commodity do you want to trade? Me, I'll tell you the one I have traded. Number one agri commodity me I've traded. I've traded palm oil. And that's the last one I traded actually. So the first one I traded was plantain. I traded plantain. Ah, fantastic. I make money out of plantain. Honestly speaking, if you follow me on Facebook for a longer time, you'll see it. If you've not followed me, if this is your first time of meeting me, you can go back to my Facebook. The pictures are still on my Facebook. I make money out of it, out of plantain. I make money, good money out of plantain. What was I doing? I went into plantain as an agri commodity. Let me tell you the story. So I was a student of Bensidasa University. And in BIU, we don't cook. Students don't cook. Students don't. School don't feed us. As some of you really think. We buy food. You buy your food morning, afternoon, evening. You buy your food, and then I was opportune to. I was also a CFI, Christian Fellowship International. That's one campus fellowship of Church of God Mission. I'm a Church of God Mission. Church of God Mission. I'm a full blown Church of God Mission member. And then so I was schooling there from my teenage youth. I was a member of Agape Force. Sorry, that's who I am. So in one of the days, I there was this conference we used to host every year. It's called Jam Summit. Just at the top, Jam Summit. So there was a Jam Summit. They brought me. Of course, I've worked with the head office, CFI head office. So I have some trainings. They brought me. I think we invested so much in you. So our business last year, I think like that last year was. I think it was they had it in Unimed. They were like, okay, well, we want to take over this year on business units. We have some business things. So they brought me to come and manage the business unit that year. That Jam Summit. I think it was. I can't recall that year again now. It was 2017 or 2016 Jam Summit. No, 2017. 2017, 2018 Jam Summit. And then, of course, they gave me a lot of some trainings. We engaged with some people. So we gathered data of restaurants in Benin City. I reached out to them. There's this conference coming up, gathering over 2,000 youths in Bam of Gilead. We need to be there, come and register. So we did marketing and we got in some good restaurants. So I mean some good food restaurants. So they registered with us. So I have a lot of data. And part of people that registered with us was BIU food vendors. So BIU food vendors registered too. So in the summit, I was nice to them. I have my business sense, so I was able to collate and manage the people through the period of that 1 week. There was a lot of challenges. We were able to overcome it and we were able to make some money for CFI. And then after Jam Summit, everybody went back to their various businesses. And so when I get back to school, because of my involvement in that conference, I was able to build good relationship with the food vendors, and all of them kind of know me. So one day I was just chilling in the cafeteria where we used to get food, and one of the food guy, Bala is actually his name. So if anybody is saying this, they will know him very well. Just walking with two plantain like this. No, four plantain bush. And everybody was just dragging. Pa. Give me plantain. Give me plantain. Like, how are you not so dragging for plantain? That plantain is scarce, so we don't have plantain. I'm a farmer. I have plantain in my farm. How can I supply you guys plantain? I actually have plantain, but my plantain was not ready. Honestly, they were not ready at that time. So like, can you supply us? I said, you used to go to market. Say, me, I will bring the plantain to this market for you to buy for you. They say it's a lie. I said, why? So I called my mom. My mom connected me to one of his church member. We went to Okada. We got plantain from Okada. So I got the first planting from Okada and I started. So some of them bought 4,000, sorry, bunch, 5 bunch, 6 bunch. No, sorry, it was 4 bunch, 6 bunch, 8 bunch. Oh, buys I will supply them. So that was my first agro commodity. And I don't know if I mentioned this last week. So the first business I actually went into was fashion. I had a boutique. I owned a boutique businesses when I was BIU. So that was my first capital that I invested into my catfish. The air for Canada brother too, and who was my first investors before I got to that investor, but he has the largest capital in my business anyway. Um so as I was saying, the planting business started selling very well, faster than the cloth business. Honestly speaking, in my clothes, so all those students, I was saying to students, I was like, guys, how if he's a boy, we go see for hostel, I go pay you for hostel. That I will go pay you for hostel, bro. I might not see that money in the next 1 month. If it's a lady, it was even better, you know. But these ones they were food guys. As I supply plantain, bam, they pay me cash that same day. If it's 4 bunch I collect it, they are paying me money cash that day. If it is 6 bunch, you are paying me money cash that day. And so that's why I started my trading plantain. And I made very good money from plantain. So they were the ones, so the way they used to buy from people and are like, you don't think I see you show, you're not gonna buy from, hey, there's a new boy supplying us straight to the from the farm. Just bring it to school and give it to us. That's why we're not coming to market again. So those market women now say, where is the boy? Connect us. That's why they gave me those market women. So I started supplying those market women. Started supplying Uber markets, started supplying some places, some market like that. And Uber. And from there I started supplying Benin. And before you know, I started talking about it on Facebook. Oh, I was talking about it on Facebook. People started calling me from Lagos. Supply, bring plantain for us in Lagos. Bring plantain for us in Lagos. And that's why I started selling plantain in Lagos. So what was stopping me from selling plantain? Of course, I had a farm. So when the one in my farm was ready, there was already a ready market for them. Now I talked about secure market. So this is how I secure my plantain market too. So when there was market for me in my plantain, so before my plantain get ready, I was selling from Okada. Then from Okada, a friend of mine was doing plantain chips, took me to one place inside um Idogbo, like one thick village in after Idogbo. If you stay in Benin, you will know that place, Idogbo side up. So go and buy plantain from there and start selling. Of course, we did a lot of business with that farmer at the long run. So that's my first commodity, agro commodity I traded, plantain, and I made good money from it. I didn't farm it, I didn't do anything. I just go to the villages, buy. I went to so many villages to buy. I went to Naifor village. I'm trying to remember the name of this village in Naifor. I went there to buy plantain. I bought plantain, I was selling, make good money out of plantain. Make good money out of plantain in Benin City. Then from just making money from plantain, I make money from there. I think it was when I graduated from BIU, I stopped selling plantain. When I graduated from BIU, so I stopped selling plantain. Somebody was out to upgrade, so I stopped selling plantain at the time I graduated. Well, I made very good money and it was great. That was my first agro commodity. Then the next agro commodity I did was palm oil. So palm oil is not that good one. That's why a lot of people have been judging me. So what I do is to do for palm oil, I store it. I buy it, I store. I don't know now. Well, back then I studied the market. There's a season where palm oil used to go up, and so I buy palm oil. I'll do storage. I'll store it when it's cheap. I'll buy it. I don't know right now, but before now, this period, planting palm oil used to be very cheap. I'll buy it in the drum. So that's yellow jerry can. 13 of it. That's 25 liter yellow jerry can. 13 of it makes 1 drum. The blue jerry can that is 30 liters, 11 of it makes 1 drum. So I'll buy it, I'll store it. And to store palm oil is very easy. Very easy. All you need to do is get your plank in the floor so it does not get the floor does not does not make it to be cold and stiff. And the palm oil you are going to store, you don't cook it. They just process it and you don't allow them to cook it. So they package it in the drum or wherever you want to store it. If it's the jerrycan, put your plank on the floor or then put your oil on top. It is easy. I don't know. You don't probably say, how do you stop palm oil? How do you stop palm oil? That is how to stop palm oil. Put your palm oil. Put your plantain, your jerrycan on top of the plank. Then if it's jerrycan you're storing, if it's drum, put your drum on top of the plank. Then look for a thick, all this thick black line cover on top. You have stored it. And it will not go spoiled for the next 1 year. It can be like that for the next 1 year. So you, if even if just comes to what has happened, this season I've bought palm oil and store, and at the end I cannot longer sell it because the market, the money I was thinking I was going to use to sell it is still not, it did not climb as I expected. I can leave it. I won't say leave it. It will not spoil. So that was that commodity I've traded. But what other commodity can you trade? I have some of my friends who have traded rice. They buy rice, store for Christmas period, and I bring it out and start selling in Christmas period like I do with palm oil. Palm oil I buy, I store, wait, I buy when it's cheap. So during Christmas period, I bring it out and I start selling during Christmas period. So you can do the same. You can do the same. And then you can do the same for palm oil. You can ask my friends who have traded uh rice. They buy, the store rice is the same thing with almost the same thing with palm oil. Store, put it in plant to not go bad, and they start selling during Christmas period. I have my friends who have traded honey. There's money in honey too, and good honey is not common. So if you have access to good source of honey, you can package it if you like. If you don't want to even package it and give it a name, you can sell it like that. This is another thing you can do to make money. Honey, you know, you can have another person who does tomatoes, but tomatoes only is a bit very risky. It's a bit very risky, but you can trade it. So first thing, the third thing you should start considering in your locality where you are staying, what do they consume the most? And how can you trade that they consume the most? What are they consuming the most? And how can you trade that they consume the most? That's another thing you can trade. That's another aspect of how you can make money from agribusiness, right? Then another way you can make money again from agribusiness is I talk about um I talk about agro commodity, right? Other ways you can make money from agribusiness. I will try to wrap up very soon. I hope you guys are getting value. I hope you are getting massive value from this session, right? The other thing you can do again is you can also talk about processing. I talked about export. I talked about agro commodity, right? You can even do farm gates. Sorry, aggregates. You don't sell to anybody. You don't trade it. All you just need to do is you aggregate. You buy from different farmers, and those guys want to go and sell or come and buy from you. Do you understand? Hey God. When I say there is money in agribusiness, and you can cut out those processes as well too. You can cut out all those processes as well. See, this I'm telling you, you can build a business around it and not a complicated effort. What they are doing is they are trading commodity. They trade corn. You can trade corn. Corn, you can trade it. Sweet corn, you can trade it. You can trade these things. Then another thing you can also do, you could also look for what which industry, especially those of you in Lagos, which which agro commodity can you sell to some industry? Like I talked about cassava at the beginning. I can sell cassava to those guys that do ethanol. Which agro commodity that can you trade to these guys that are selling agripreneur, that are into the industrial industrial into the industry for industrial use? Yeah, that would be the best way to put it. So I talked about cassava. But beyond cassava, let's move on. Do you know you can also go into vegetable and fruit? Do you know that there's money in vegetable? Ah, let's not trivialize that one. Do you know you can go into ugu and make money? I have a friend of mine who was training people into ugu. You can make money from ugu. Cut it as fresh. Even though it's not as fresh. Also, I've done that one too. So in my own, you can bring the women to come to the farm and buy it from the farm, the market women, and sell as fresh. They'll just buy it fresh and go and sell it that day. You can sell ugu. You can sell bitter leaf, even scent leaf. You can sell them. These are common ones. You can sell them. Honestly speaking, you can sell them. See, there's money in agribusiness. It's you that don't know how to make it. It's you that don't know. Do you know that the wine you are drinking, the the wine you are drinking, do you know that it is from grape and some other fruits they're processing them from? What's stopping you from trading that one to those companies who are processing it? What's stopping you? And you also know that even selling wine on its own is money. What's stopping you from selling wine? What's stopping you? There's money in agribusiness. Business. In any how you want to take it from. All you need to do is position yourself properly, and make the money out of agribusiness. Business. Make the money out of agribusiness. Business. I don't intend the video to be long so that people can, you know, watch it. I think I've given 3 points, but I've other point that I can maybe quickly just run us through. So you can pick beyond these ones. So for those of us who are already in the system, do you know you can also start? But for today, I'm focused on who are coming in. But let me also quickly just touch for those who are already in business. You can those your farm experience. You can even package them for those who are already in the system. Farmers who are suffering. What is making you suffering? Can't you start sharing your ideas in book and start selling? What is stopping you from selling it in books? What is stopping you? What is stopping you from running a course, creating a course for those of you already in the system? What is stopping you from creating a course and post it there on your course? What is stopping you? Create a course on how to go into tomatoes farm. See, if you do farming that is farm you want to do, hunger will kill you. Package that knowledge, that experience, package it and take it into a course. How to farm tomatoes, how to go into vegetable farm, how to go into those systems. A lot of people want to go into farm. I mean, they want to go into tomatoes, but they don't have an idea. Can you start creating courses for them? A lot of people want to go into vegetables like bell pepper, sweet corn. They don't have an idea of how to go into it. Can you start creating courses for them? Can you start creating courses for them? Online courses, e-books that they can buy and make money. Can you start creating courses for them? See, it is you that is making this industry look as if there's no money. I mean, I'm talking to those who are already in it. I've given 3 points for those who wants to come in. I want to really talk with those who are already in and are struggling. It is me and you that is making this people feel that there's no money in this, it's suffering, we are suffering, no. No, we are not really suffering, no. It's you that is not positioning yourself properly. You are not be producing or be packaging yourself again. You need to repurpose yourself. Sell online courses in Udemy on how to do tomato farm. Sell online courses in Udemy on how to do cucumber farm. People will buy those courses. And that is some way for you to make daily alert. You are looking for how to make daily alert. That's how to make daily alert. Daily alert. That is how to make daily alert. All you need to do is what? Oh, there's comment question, I think. Let me see. Sorry, I've not been seeing your questions. Okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for joining. So, what is stopping you from making money? What is stopping you from repurposing what you've learned, the knowledge you've learned? They said the current largest industry right now is the knowledge industry. Knowledge industry is one of the largest economy right now. What is stopping you from tapping into that knowledge, from tapping from agriculture, from farming, and not selling your what you've learned, propose it into online course that people can buy and make money from? What is stopping you from doing it? See, if you do some of all these things, you realize that there's money in agribusiness. It is just me and you that has not positioned ourselves properly. I think I've spent almost an hour or close to an hour, and I don't want this to be long. So on this note, I'm going to stop. I believe you're getting a lot of values today. So guys, if you know anybody who's interested in going to agribusiness, that is struggling in agribusiness, that wants to make money in agribusiness, from time to time I'll be doing this as much as I can. I'm also trying to also bring some of my friends who are experts to come share their own experience on how they were able to make money. So I don't know if I can take this as a series, but if I can, I will continue next week. But if not, I will look into another topic I want to also discuss why agri businesses are failing. A lot of times you see agri businesses failing. Why are they failing? How can you soundproof yourself from failing in the industry? Why are agri businesses failing? And how can you soundproof yourself? I will keep in touch with you the next week again. I'll be back again next week. But for the now, you can share the video with your friends, with your loved ones who are interested in agri business. So, because I'm going to leave the replay on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook, wherever you're watching, I'm going to leave the I'm going to leave the replay there so you can share it with your friends, and share it with your loved ones, so that they can also get to learn ways they can make money from agri business. See, if you've not learned anything from today's session, I want you to learn one, there's money in value additions, there's money in processing, there's money in exports, and there's nothing stopping those of you, I'm sorry before I go, those of you in diaspora, there's nothing stopping you from doing imports. There's nothing stopping you from doing imports. You can import, you can import some of these things you've also seen and import them, like I talk about wine, can import them to Nigeria. But I won't flog down for that long. Then the next thing again is when you're looking for going to process, you look for a problem to solve. Position it as a problem. So when I'm going to also teach on how to raise funds in agri businesses, I'll talk about grants. That can help you raise, if you position yourself as though you're helping the masses. You're not just in there just to make money. You're trying to help people. People will buy. Let me just give you an example of one problem that you can. Do you know that people have issues picking beans? What is stopping you from picking beans? Just pick beans. The beans that has been picked and say, and let me use my own company name, Basso Beans, for example, and say Basso Beans. This will not get stoned. This will not get dirty. Don't you think people will buy? Basso Beans. This will not get dirty. This will not get stoned. You don't think now you don't need to do a lot of work. All you need to do is buy beans, pick out all the stone, pick out all the dirty, and just package it and give it a name. Package it neatly and give it a name and start selling. You don't think people will buy. That's one problem that you've already solved and people will buy. So you see that there's money in agri business. You see that there's money in agri business. I've been able to show you. I hope I've been able to show you that there is money in agri business. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm really grateful for your time. I don't want to take your time more than 1 hour. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a nice ride. Till next week again, I'll be back. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening. Bye for now.